Good morning from the future. Now, in real time, we have completed our Antarctic adventure.
Yes.
But we are excited to share what we just went through.
So excited.
Now, this whole experience is going to be one video. We've crammed it all in, so stay tuned. But first thing, let's address, how was the Drake Passage crossing?
So pretty uneventful, luckily. Now, not every experience is going to be like that. You have the Drake Shake and the Drake Lake. It was a little rocky, like overnight, but we're not obviously recording in the dark, so we didn't, have any footage of that. And but that next day, it was smooth sailing, honestly. So no drama here.
Yeah, no Drake drama. Yeah, I think that first night when we went to bed, I remember it being about 5 a.m. We started wiggling around a little bit.
Not bad, though.
We got up the next day. We went to the gym. I recorded some shots out the window of the drastic, because we started and I think it was raining, and then it turned into sun, and it turned into like clouds, all in the same gym session. That was interesting, keeping balance in the gym. Well,
we did it, though. It was good.
Anyway, but I guess unless we have anything else, let's go ahead and jump into the fun.
So if you think it's going to be actually just be prepared. Bring some boning, any sort of seasick patches that you can get from your doctor, the wristbands. Just do something that's preventative.
Yeah.
And take it before you feel yucky.
True, because we've heard horror stories. So be
just
prepared.
in case.
All right, y'all. Let's get it started, and we will be back at the end with a wrap-up. They're having a pop-up sale on the Lido deck this morning. All your binoculars, your skincare products, stuff to keep you warm. Oh, yes, pole-to-pole specific merchandise. More stuff to keep you warm down this way. Massage samplers on the other side, wine for sale. They have refilled the pool. Nice. We noticed that they had drained it yesterday. Still closed, but it is filled. Now let's sneak out to the back deck because something exciting is happening out here. We are getting our first peeks at Antarctic ice out here. Let's zoom in. We brought photos by Dee as well, so she can actually, zoom. So I believe the captain said that we are going to continue to get a little closer to this ice as the day goes on, and we'll be seeing a lot more ice as the day goes on too. Now we're going to sneak into World Stage now. Coffee chat is happening right now, but there's an Antarctica presentation coming up next.
Anybody wants to go to Antarctica? Yeah. Actually, you're already there. Because we passed last night the 60 degrees south. So you are officially in Antarctica.
Antarctica is unique and one of the most beautiful and perfectly preserved regions on the planet. Should a seabird land on a deck or room balcony, alert a crew member of the ship's crew as soon as possible. Never touch or feed wildlife.
Alrighty, you ready to become Antarctic ambassadors? Yeah. Alright, so what we're going to do now, we're going to throw up a map onto the screen. Whoop, there you go.
Tomorrow morning I want to be here around Palmer Station about 6. And then we're going to do two things. I'm going to try to go in Lemaire Channel, otherwise we go in Neumayer. And for me, I always have a checklist. I want to see penguins, I want to see seals, I want to see whales, and I want to see killer whales. But the whole idea is we work our way from here all the way. And what I want to try, that you can brag even more, that you have been in the Volendam Sea. That's the idea.
Ooh. Alrighty, at this point, please put your hands together for our captain, Captain Renswinner. And enjoy Antarctica. Very, very exciting.
We've come back down to deck 3 to see if those icebergs are any closer or perhaps past. Gosh.
That's hard to open.
There is our first official peek at the Antarctic continent proper. It is about 4 o'clock p.m., I think. The captain said somewhere around 3 or 4. We would get these peaks. We've seen it out the window for a while we were working in the library. We said, let's run outside and look it. So we will be seeing a lot more of this over the next 4 days. Buckle up.
So much. I'm excited. We got here early too, which is surprising. We can say we made it to Antarctica. Yes. So exciting.
Let the adventure begin. So the captain came on with his first announcement about 7 a.m. and said we're going to work our way to Palmer Station and his other goal is to get us close to an iceberg today, but we are seeing the continent. Yeah, I think with good binoculars you can see nature, because part of his announcement also was that they've already seen otters.
Whales.
Oh, whales. And seals or sea lions, he said, so...
See something.
he sees something.
Oh, there's something jumping around. It's a penguin.
Oh my gosh, Dia spotted our first penguin.
See him jumping?
Oh, there's the captain calling out the penguins.
Move in, and then near the big iceberg ahead of us, we're going to turn, do a 360 turn so everybody gets the view, and then we will make our way out again.
So we've just learned that these brown, sandy-looking areas we've been seeing are guano from the penguin rookeries. So that is an easy way on the dark rocks to see where the penguins are. Look for where they like to poop.
It's not a beach.
It's not a beach you want to go to. But we are learning so much today already. Oh, we've come up to the iceberg.
There's a relatively small station. It's the smallest of the United States stations. It has about 40 people.
There's a peek at our iceberg, and we can kind of see Palmer Station off in the background to the right. So we're going to do a 360, so everybody gets a peek. So our air temperatures right now are reading about 28 degrees Fahrenheit, which works out to about burr cold on the Celsius scale, if you're following along. Well, we've just said goodbye to Palmer Station. The captain honked the horn. Oh yeah, and they said there is a whale off the port side bow. We're going to jump in and get some breakfast because they said it's going to be at least a half an hour until our next highlight. They're trying to give people time to get in, warm up, you know, and then come out and see the cool stuff. Breakfast break.
I can't feel my hand.
Well, we've snuck out to the back deck now for some peeking. Interesting, they've got this area roped off. It just says to refrain from taking any objects beyond this point that could potentially go overboard. I think everything has the potential to go overboard, but we will try our best to prevent that. Oh, they've got warm cocktails at the bar. Y'all, it is snowing. The snow has started coming down from the sky.
A little bit.
They've just spotted a raft of penguins, I think he said, off the starboard bow. It's time for a snow spin. Here,
cool.
I'm going to revolve around you, so you,
Okay.
there we go. Antarctica snow spin.
It's so neat.
Who knew? Well, fun fact, if you hit this staircase at the back side of the aft pool, there is a little secret deck. It's not really a secret, but one deck down where you get all the views. Dee does her dancing to stay warm.
Welcome to our balcony.
Yeah, this is the greatest balcony ever. There's like benches, and this is just kind of, it's protected from the wind, which is another bonus. Yep, we might be here for a little bit. And another fun fact is behind that staircase is another staircase that takes you down to yet another secret deck. Wow, decks on decks on decks. Captain just played My Heart Will Go On the speakers because he's getting ready to make his iceberg approach. Okay, we got to go forward now.
Come on.
This is, the captain's calling it his Titanic moment. Not the best choice of names, I would say. Well, we can see down onto the bow. I thought the bow would be a lot more popular than it is, but it is chilly. Of course, he told people to wait, maybe 10 or 15 minutes until that prime viewing moment. Daniel is up here taking pictures for people. Nice, but there's a little better perspective on the bow and the iceberg as we approach. Yeah, the fun fact we learned about these bluish icebergs as compared to white ones is that, like, a lot of the, I think they referred to the oxygen. It's so compressed, really, is what happened, and they're much harder than white ice. So this would be a potentially dangerous one should we get right upon it.
It's like as hard as a diamond, they said.
That's why we're not going to get right upon it. We've come out to the bow proper now. The naturalist came on and said that we're watching this berg. There is a crack forming in the upper left side, and they're thinking maybe calving. Get a few last minute peeks. We're starting to head away. The captain's going to venture over now. There's one of two channels that we can get ready to go through. One of them he's never been to before, we've learned, but he's always wanted to, so we'll see where we end up. So now I think they said we're going to have about an hour until our next highlight, so might be time to head back in. Well, you can't beat these gym views, that's for sure. I'll sneak a little peek out toward the bow now. Y'all, it's getting real. And glorious gym session over. Let's get back outside on deck 3. Well, we are greeted with icebergs, so apparently we are on approach to Lemaire Channel. Got about a half an hour until they decide if we can go through it for the captain's first time ever, or if we're going to take a more commonly traveled, larger channel. But we're going to take one of them.
But the weather and the sea conditions are good, so they're very hopeful. So everybody cross your fingers.
Do it. Are you crossing them? We're going to wander around here to the back because it makes it easier to change sides for wildlife spotting. Apparently Dee has spotted a whale, so hey. Oh, I just barely missed the tail going down. Ah, photos by Dee got it.
Burst mode for the win. Yeah, they're moving.
Oh, we got a few iceberg penguins there.
Come over here.
Come see us, penguins. Yeah, funny thing about icebergs, you never know how much of it. I mean, there's always more under the water, I guess is how that works, than there is on top of the water. Because if the top gets too heavy, they will flip over. And you don't really want to be near one when that happens. This one looks okay. We trust you, iceberg. You're cool. You're cool. Well, Captain just called out something on the port side, but I couldn't understand what it was. Oh, it's penguins. Y'all, penguins are exciting. Did y'all know that? Oh gosh, it's just at the right angle up on top to where it blends in with the darkness behind it. Oop, sneaky peek at penguins in the crack.
Well, that was nice and close.
Ooh, photos by Dee got them good.
Every time.
You can see all the blue in the ice over here by the mountains. I guess they obviously get calving in this area because, as we know, that's where the icebergs come from. You can kind of see the sheer cliff faces as we go by. We have made it into Lemaire Channel. Now, we're going to see how far in can we go. Do we have to turn around, or can we go all the way through? But this should be entering the zone that he has never gone through. Well, we've come inside for a little bit of a warm-up here at the coffee shop. We got our traditional Americanos with sugar-free vanilla and some snacks with sugar full. And we'll sit here and enjoy the view. Oh, she's seeing penguins out the window. The thrusters have kicked up and we are making a turn to starboard. I think rather than being able to continue through the narrow part of this channel, we are going to, make the wise decision to do our little bit of sightseeing and then turn around and come out the way that we've come in. Because when you go into those narrow channels, you might get through the ice, but ice moves and it can block you in from behind. So I think this is probably the smart move, but hey, we made it. Good morning from day 2. The captain has buzzed in and said, "We've got orcas." We've got orcas indeed. It's 7 in the morning. I think he said it was a pod of about 8. Man, that Antarctica really knows how to greet you in the morning, doesn't it?
It's a good alarm clock for sure.
We got penguins hopping in the water. Watch out, y'all. Y'all might be breakfast.
What a great start for our second day here in Antarctica. Enjoy.
So 5 more minutes here, and then off we go to see more amazingness. Oh, there's the thrusters. Okay, yeah, they were still putting on a show out here, showing their tails and everything.
I almost cried multiple times,
Oh
but
my
my tears
gosh.
would freeze. So what we learned is wake up early in Antarctica because the wildlife is very active first thing in the morning and then around sunset. So get some good night's sleep and get out there and get all the amazing pictures and memories.
Yeah, I'm not sure where we're going today, but I think the captain said like Nightmare Channel, so that sounds fun. Maybe I misheard that. We'll see.
Let's go get some breakfast.
We are done with breakfast. Let's head back outside. Now, turns out the word I heard over the speakers is Neumayer, not Nightmare, Neumayer Channel. We've probably still got about 15 or 20 minutes as we make an approach, but my understanding, and Google's understanding, is that it's known for magnificent ice cliffs and the possibility of seeing penguins and seals and maybe whales.
So everything.
We're in. Count us in. Okay, we've spotted more orca in the distance, so that's a good sign. Just barely walked out the door. Boom, there they are. That promises to be a nature-filled day. I blame Dee. Dee brings all the nature here to us.
No.
Somebody call National Geographic. We're getting all the good shots here. This is award-winning footage.
That, I don't know how that comes out on camera with the sun hitting the mountains, but that is one of the most beautiful sights I have ever seen. Oh my gosh.
People just have to come see it for themselves because the camera does not do it justice.
Wow. Hey, friend.
Oh, 2 whales. Oh, you hear them talking.
That's magical.
Yeah, I think this is where you're going to find us most of today. We're going to be like little icicles at the end of this, but the nature just won't stop.
So we won't stop.
That's it. Can't stop, won't stop.
It's insane.
You can hear it.
The Chilean research. That's chicken.
We're passing a Chilean research station. This is some smooth, glassy water. We're eventually going to go to the gym this morning, but I think we're going to start by getting some steps in around the promenade deck. But we'll get that cardio in later, so let's see what's on the other side of the ship. Yeah, we'll just keep walking in circles and see what we can see. Apparently they reported a stork flying directly overhead on the bow. Man, you can sit here on your Titanic deck chairs. They remind me of the Titanic for some reason. Look at all the icebergs.
That seems sketchy.
Come down to the back of the ship. I guess we're approaching another station on the port side bow. I guess we are coming up on Port Lockroy, which I think I overheard him say that there is a gift shop there where some smaller ships can stop, and that is one of the most popular tourist destinations in Antarctica. There, I guess, is what we're looking for. There's a little ship over there right now, which Cruise Mapper says is called Ocean Victory. Dee zoomed in with the binoculars, and it said, what, Albatross?
Expeditions.
Okay, well, there's currently what appears to be a giant iceberg passing between us and it, but I guess there are some buildings over there close to it. Maybe they've tendered ashore to have some fun today. Well, let's cut inside and hit the gym. Just got done with our workout. We had to run outside because glorious icebergs are passing by. It is a sunny day. We've got blue skies.
We're sweaty, but it's nice.
Nothing like a quick pop outside in your gym shorts. Woo! Oh, I hear the thrusters kick up. We got folks down on the bow. We've been actively avoiding the largest of the icebergs, which is always advisable. But I think we are most of the way through the channel. So our afternoon of scenic cruising has brought us over to Paradise Bay. A quick Google of this area talked about penguins, whales, lots of glaciers, and lots of gorgeousness.
Looks like a building.
Yeah, we've seen quite a few icebergs that could definitely be buildings floating by. We've hopped over to the other side of the world now. This is the sunny side of the world. So, yeah, penguins spotted in the distance. Got a gigantic iceberg coming up here. That's what we need all the penguins to just jump up on and do like a nice little coordinated flash mob dance, you know.
Recital.
Yeah. Well, I guess up here ahead of us is one of the other major sort of like ports of call, I guess you could say, on Antarctic Peninsula cruises. So where the ships could go in and have some buildings and facilities and things to explore. Maybe some tours. Oh, we've got a seal spotting. Let's see how close we can get. Yeah, this very smooth iceberg right up there is where they are catching some rays today, soaking up a little sun. Oh, penguins right behind them. Guys, don't turn around. Oh my gosh. Leave them penguins alone. Might be getting ready to have Wild Kingdom up in here. Bye, little seal friends. Oh, what are you, friend? You are some kind of whale, I'm gonna say.
See if they make an announcement. Hey,
There's a strange, non-puffing whale. Oh, there's the blow. Okay.
Sun makes it hard to find.
Well, let us hop back inside. Oh, this is the one that has a button. Hang on. Clicka? That didn't work. Clicka? There we are. Day 3, let's go.
But it looks a little different.
Oh my gosh, where did Antarctica go?
Help, we're lost.
I could see it yesterday. All right.
It's only 6:58 though.
Yeah, we'll see what happens over the course of the day. I think the highlight of the morning is supposed to be Cuverville Island, which is one of the, or well, it might be the largest penguin rookery in Antarctica. Maybe. There's the view off the other side of the ship. Nature Whisperer D. Call all the friends to you.
That's the only call I know. Do penguins make noises?
They go, I don't know. We have espied one little penguin friend.
It worked.
I do see some distant icebergs. There's a dark rock in the distance that kind of looked like a whale. That fooled my eye. Well,
No, there is a whale.
is
Yeah,
it really?
Right
Oh.
there.
Oh, I thought, okay.
It was just staying up.
Oh, yeah, it was staying up so close up to the top. It fooled my mind into thinking it was not a whale.
Isn't that beautiful?
Our nature calls are working.
It did. That's kind of cool with a frog.
Oh, there's the little tail. Goodbye, foggy friend. I think that's a penguin noise. It's coming from that ice.
Aww. Are you in distress?
Just happy to see us.
I'm like, I can't see anything.
Got a frog in your throat this morning? Let's continue our stroll around the back of the ship, and then I think we'll tuck inside for a little while. Take a peek out the windows until the fog clears. Yeah, we're just progressing very slowly for now.
Safety first.
Let's try this outside thing again. We were up in the gym and saw a whole bunch of whales. We're gonna see if we can see them again now. Got some little black specks on the ice out there. That's about as zoomy as I can get on those little blobbies. But Dee says they are seals. Our visibility has cleared up greatly since this morning. We gave up on the idea of going to that penguin rookery earlier, and we've just been cruising the coast. That was from the port side. We're going to go back to starboard now. There's our friends. Get all the whale footage we can.
Big snowflakes.
Oh, I heard that one.
Are they talking?
Whale, whale, whale. What a showing.
And it's snowing.
Let's see if we can still do some seal spotting. Oh,
Beautiful.
surprise on this side too. Okay, we were at the wrong angle to see these little friends on the iceberg, but that's okay. Back inside. We have got snow this morning. We turned on the bow cam and we actually had a pretty good accumulation, but it's still actively snowing. The sun is trying to peek out. We've got some visibility, but they just called out some fin whales and some chin-strap penguins. We're starting to see Elephant Island on the other side of the ship, just faintly through the fog. Let's see what we can see today. We have a couple of penguins scurrying away through the water. I know the original plan for today was to try to dip us into Weddell Bay. It looks like they've abandoned that plan and just made tracks for Elephant Island. Well, there's some more little jumpy friends. I'm not sure if those are the chin straps they were talking about, but I guess as we go further north, we'll see more of that type. Gosh, we took a breakfast break, came back out, still snowing, visibility getting a little better as we cruise around Elephant Island. They just came overhead and said something about a giant penguin colony. Not that the penguins are giant. The colony itself is giant, but I think it's distant, so we'll see what we can see. You will have better luck catching a snowflake than a penguin from this distance, I think. But we're trying.
These are big snowflakes, though. This is the first time I think I remember being on a ship when it snowed.
At least this much, and had some accumulation, yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, it is about noon now. Just got done with some gym time, and oh my gosh, we've got blue skies. So we have come around, well, if you're looking at Elephant Island, it kind of looks like the head of an elephant. We've come around its trunk from the south side, and we've now made it toward the bay where Ernest Shackleton and his men, I guess, found safety and refuge back in 1915. They had an Antarctic exploration mission that ended with the loss of a vessel, and it's a pretty fascinating story we've been learning today. Let's jump around the other side because we're also talking about penguins again. A couple different types out here. We've got some glacier views off this side. There's some sort of a monument or a bust, I think, that people are looking for out here. I was trying to listen, but I didn't gather whether it was going to be on the port or the starboard. So a quick history lesson, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but this is what I've gathered by listening this morning, is that Shackelford and his men sank down in Weddell Bay, which is the area that we skipped going to this morning. Hung out for a while on the ice floes until they melted, got into their lifeboats, came way down here, landed out at the point, and made their way into this bay where they lived for 4.5 months. And eventually, as the story has a happy ending. Oh, we're getting a call that there are thousands of penguins up ahead on the ridges. Seems like that excitement will mostly be happening here on the port side, so I'll just stay planted for now. Let's zoom in on any suspicious looking brownish areas. That usually indicates guano to see what we can see. Hey, little friends. Oh, we've spotted it over there amid a cluster of penguins. All right, photos by D got a close-up on that because I'm not getting any closer than this with this camera. Oh, I hear the thrusters kicking up. We're making maneuvers. Well, as we turn, we're going to get some gorgeous views this way. And the more you zoom in on these rocks, the more penguins you see. So, photos coming soon.
They're still far away, but we're trying.
Yeah, it's pretty much just a sea of penguins. That's amazing. So we'll say goodbye to the glacier, the penguins. I think this was the major highlight of the day. So I believe that is going to conclude our Antarctic cruising experience.
What a way to end it, though.
What a way. And the sun came out. You're still in your gym clothes, battling the cold.
Worth it.
Worth it. How about that? It's us again. Remember us from the beginning of the video?
Wasn't it incredible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, final thoughts, suggestions, what advice do we have?
So this was obviously just scenic cruising, which a lot of the larger cruise lines offer. So some helpful tips I think would be, make sure you have enough warm clothing.
Oh yeah,
we
layers.
had every kind of season on this 4-day like scenic, from snow, rain, sunshine, everything. You just don't know. Take a backpack outside, have lots of different layers in it so you don't have to run back and forth to your cabin. Binoculars are going to be your best friend because you are not getting up close and personal as you would on like an expedition cruise. And if you want to see what's near you, you're going to need binoculars in most cases.
Especially penguins.
You don't need like giant ones though. We have little ones that we have in the Amazon shop.
That's true.
And they work just fine. Another thing is zoom on your camera. A lot of people were using their phones, and if the wildlife's close enough, that's great, but I highly recommend bringing something that has some zoom to it because most of the scenic things that you want to take pictures of are pretty far away.
Yeah, optical zoom specifically.
Yeah.
Phones are digital zoom. This video camera is digital zoom, and it's only 2 times. You notice we couldn't really get close in video most of the time.
Right.
A proper camera, which I'll try to make sure we have one in stock in the Amazon shop, but with optical zoom is ideal.
And tech gloves, if you can do that. So that way you're not having to take your gloves on and off because it is cold. It was freezing cold outside. But you can still operate all your equipment. I just have thin little ones, but they work with your fingerprint touch like it would be if it was just your hand.
True.
Let's see, anything else?
Any other tips? Just
the cruise did offer like lovely soup.
Yes.
We didn't get to show that, but we wanted to mention it.
Yeah, 10:30 a.m. every day. One day it was like beef consomme. One day it was clam chowder. One day I think was chicken consomme. I don't think I ever saw pea soup.
Yeah, they had I think it was the first day.
The classic, of course. We always usually were in the gym around 10:30 when the soup came out. That was our routine, but it was there to warm you up.
Yeah, it was super nice that Holland does that.
Super.
And they opened the bow, and there's just so many places you can take in all the scenery, and hats off to our captain. He did a fantastic job getting us to remarkable places with all the scenery, and it was just an amazing experience and one I'll never forget.
That's true. So that's it for this video. Y'all stay tuned. It is time for us to work our way up the east coast of South America toward the Amazon River,
where we get a little closer to wildlife, so stay tuned.
All right. Bye, y'all. See you in the next one.
Hope you enjoyed.